The assassin set up his sniper rifle. He aimed at his target not far away. As he pulled the trigger, he realized the target had dodged the bullet with a sudden tilt of the head during his speech. Just as the assassin was about to fire again, the target was suddenly struck by another shot and collapsed into a pool of blood, throwing the scene into chaos. The assassin knew someone was framing him. He quickly packed up his rifle and tried to escape. But at that moment, a team of police officers stormed in and gunned him. After confirming the assassin was dead, the police chief dismissed the other officers under a false excuse. Then he pulled out a glass vial from his pocket and planted an identical shell casing. Meanwhile, the real shooter had already blended into the crowd and walked away calmly. The victim was the president of an international bank. This bank was secretly laundering money for the world's largest armed syndicate. Interpol Captain Mike had been watching him for quite some time. Mike reached the assassination site and inserted 2 straws into the bullet holes. By comparing the trajectories, he discovered the bullets came from different heights. One from the hotel where the assassin had been, and the other from the rooftop where the real shooter had positioned himself. The rooftop had a clearer line of sight and provided an easier escape route. Based on years of experience, Mike deduced the real killer had fired from there. He and his assistant drained the water stains on the ground and managed to extract a footprint. Tests showed that part of the shoe's sole was made of metal. Mike also realized a similar footprint had been found at a crime scene the year before, where he had briefly spotted the suspect. They suspected it was the same person, but tracking the real shooter with such limited evidence was like looking for a needle in a haystack. However, Mike was no ordinary investigator. He and his assistant headed to the airport, believing the killer would try to flee the country. They immediately reviewed the airport surveillance footage, and after a detailed search, finally identified the killer.
Even if you do find him, that's not enough evidence to convict the man without a confession.